Welcome to this playlist, which is devoted to a reading and better understanding of the book Ascent of Mount Carmel by St. John of the Cross. And in this installment, we're discussing the 37th chapter of the third book. St. John wrote, "Just as images are of great benefit for remembering God and the saints, and for moving the will to devotion when they're used in the ordinary way, so they will lead to great error if when supernatural happenings come to pass in connection with them, and the soul is not able to conduct itself as is fitting for its journey to God." So in this chapter, St. John tells us how we should conduct ourselves in regard to statues and images that are connected with supernatural occurrences. The types of things that we're talking about here are images or statues that seem to weep or bleed, emit oil, or move, or other such things. Though some of these things may come from God, St. John warns us. One way the devil lays hold on incautious souls with great ease and obstructs the way of spiritual truth for them is the use of extraordinary and supernatural happenings by means of images. So, what would the devil have to gain by causing these types of happenings? St. John tells us that by directing our joy toward the statues and images instead of the things that they represent, they hinder our souls from soaring upward toward God. They cause us to use images in an unworthy and ignorant manner, or they may deceive us. It's important to note that St. John isn't saying that all supernatural phenomena related to images and statues and paintings come from the devil. And if we make use of these images in the proper way, they can help motivate us toward God. And for that reason, statues and images are approved and encouraged by the Church. St. John tells us, since images serve as a motive, meaning they motivate us toward invisible things, we must strive to set the motive and the affection and the rejoicing of our will only upon that which they represent. Let the faithful soul, then, be careful that when he sees the image, he does not desire that his senses should be absorbed by it. Whether the image is corporeal or imaginary, whether beautifully made, whether richly adorned, whether the devotion that it causes is of the sense or of spirit, or whether it produces supernatural manifestations. St. John refers to the miraculous manifestations with images or statues as accidents. Just as the appearance of bread is considered an accident of transubstantiation. Just as the appearance of bread in the Eucharist is of little importance, the appearance of oil oozing from an icon or a statue is also of little importance. The soul must on no account set store by these accidents, nor even regard them, but must raise its mind from the image to that which it represents, centering on the sweetness and rejoicing of its will, together with the prayer and devotion of its spirit upon God or upon the saint who is being invoked. For that which belongs to the living reality and to the spirit should not be usurped by sense and by the painted object. If we receive revelations from the statue or somehow related to it, we should be skeptical. These types of occurrences fix our attention on the image or statue instead of what's important. It's what they represent. St. John assures us that if we don't get all wrapped up in phenomena, we won't be deceived. We won't place more confidence in one image rather than another, and our affections will go directly to God. As a result, we won't be hindered in our progress toward God. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this installment. We'll be back again in about a week with another one, but in the meantime, please check out my Facebook page linked down below. I post additional content to it every day, so you might want to check it out, and please pray for the church.
Oh, I know you see that picture now, Lord. Up on your mother. Mama Shelf, I know you see that picture now. Up on your mother's shelf.